Behind me is our new fire engine, a 2024 HME Aaron's Fox. It is replacing our older fire engine, which is a 2008. The reason behind us getting a new fire engine is technology has changed. Our vehicles are getting old. The maintenance starts to add up and it becomes an issue just keeping the truck on the road. Fire engines last about 10 to 15 years. We were able to get some more time out of ours, but this was grossly overdue, and I'm proud to present this new vehicle to the citizens. So this is our new fire engine. There's some upgrades to it. We have an extended front bumper. It's a little beefier than our old ones. Not that we run into things, but if we were to get into a circumstance, this helps us out. We have a front discharge on it for putting our attack hose in it. So we would hook our attack hose to a valve, and then we'd have our about 100 feet of fire hose in there ready to deploy at a quick notice.
Wait a minute, what's a tack hose?
A tack hose is what we pull into a building fire or any kind of fire, what we actually fight fire with. Around this side, we have our officer compartment. This is where the officer of the day will sit when he goes to the run. It's a full SCBA seat. So our breathing air, our backpacks for breathing are in the seat, so we can get those on and ready to go. They've made some updates in the cab. The air conditioner's in the ceiling, which gives us better visibility and more room to put our equipment. Everything in it's LED, which is very, very reliable and also super bright and doesn't require much power. So the vehicle is well lit. Behind the officer seat, we have our jump seats. This is where our attack crew, the firefighters that actually go in the buildings and put the fire out. To the left there is our ALS cabinet. That's where we would put our medications and all of our advanced life support equipment. Behind that, we have a 1,500 gallon per minute pump. So put that in perspective, 1,500 gallons of water can be run through this pump out onto the field to fight fire. We have a 1,206 gallon water tank, so we don't have to pull up and grab a fire hydrant immediately. We can utilize water on the vehicle, and you can put a lot of fire out with 1,200 gallons of water. That's an upgrade in itself. Our old engines were 950 gallons. Size just allowed us to have more. We didn't specify it, but the layout of the vehicle allowed a little bit more water. Kind of like a boat, if you have room, put more stuff on it. Behind that, now we have our roll-up cabinets. Nothing's in it yet because we're not in service, but this would be more medical equipment, firefighting axes and appliances, extrication equipment for vehicle accidents and so forth would go in here. Okay. Around back, we have our hose bed, which has a nice cover on it. And behind that, we'll have our hose that we hook to a fire hydrant here, and then we'll have two beds of attack hose here. One will hook to this port. This one's hooked up at the inside of the bed. So we can pull this hose and immediately have water. Below that, we have our ground ladders, and it will be hand tools. So we have a 16-foot ground ladder, a 24-foot ground ladder, and what we call an attic ladder. This is a foldable ladder that goes into small places. It's 10 feet long. Below that, we will have cribbing, porta-power, and other miscellaneous equipment in there. Coming around to the driver rear, the layout's the same. We'd put our positive pressure fan in here, which we use a giant fan in front of buildings that are on fire. It clears the smoke and gives us a little more visibility and gives, if there's a victim, an area of refuge, hopefully to help them sustain life until we can get to them. More axes and hand tools will go in there. This will be the fire engine operator's compartment, so he'll have hoses and any adapters or appliances that might be necessary to adapt one hose to another size, because sometimes that happens. Another upgrade is we've got a step well here, so we got a 35-foot leash of LDH, large diameter hose, that we can quickly, if we're parked close enough to a fire hydrant, we quickly attach to the fire hydrant so we're not pulling out of the big bed out back. This truck's also equipped with a 30-gallon Class A foam cell. Class A combustibles are like wood, paper, and things like that. Class A foam helps extinguish that fire quicker than water. This is totally new to us, so we're learning the process right now, but it'll help save property damage and put our fire out hopefully a little quicker. So in here is our cross lay or their speed lay trays. In here will be 200 feet of fire hose with a nozzle. In this one will be 150 feet with a nozzle. Same thing as the back. You can grab that hose, pull it quickly out, and immediately go to work at a building fire. You don't have to hook anything up or attach anything to the pump. It's all internally hooked up, ready to go. Then up here is where our pump operator works. And this is the pump controls.
All right. Yeah.
This is new to us. This is a new throttle system that we're learning. Here's our foam system. These are all the valves and gauges for each individual port and or fitting that's on the truck. We have a 200-foot booster reel. This is for like dumpster fires and garbage fires or mulch fires or anything that we don't have to worry about our own safety inside a building. We can use this. Oh, one other huge advantage to this new vehicle is this is called a deck gun. And on this deck gun, it has an extension. So with one quick pull, you have 20 more inches of height, which gives us way more reach and adjustability to do our job safer and more effectively. With the inclusion of this truck in our fleet, hopefully we'll get the same amount of time we got from our 2008 fire engines. It's the same manufacturer. This will protect and serve the community for hopefully the next 15 years. This is the most advanced equipment we could possibly afford that's out there right now that'll keep us safe, get us to your home quickly, and provide us with the best way to facilitate whatever emergency you may have.